The two of us have got some exciting news for both theme parks, water parks, FECs, and everything in between. So this has been a great year for extreme engineering, and if you haven't been following everything that we've been doing, we've been growing in many, many ways, including earlier this year announcing some great promotions within the management team. We added Rob Wyatt as the Chief Operating Officer, and Phil is now your Chief Development Officer, right here. And then Chris is standing off to our side. He is now the Vice President of Business Development. And these appointments have really helped bring extreme engineering here where we are today to tell you about everything you've got going on. All right, so Bill and I are going to show and tell you what is new. So I hope you're just as excited as we are. Well, if you're like me, I don't think you can hear the word parkour without thinking of Michael Scott flipping over onto a couch and really wrecking his office. So I think too, some of us think a little bit about Phil in that way. I don't know. But what we're really excited to share, and you can go ahead and hit play for us, Chris, is that for the last 10 years, the Extreme Engineering team has really put together something new with the brand new Parkour Around attraction. And what we just love about this is the limitless abilities that you're going to be able to have for guests with all abilities. So inclusivity has been considered in every angle of this new attraction. Participants will be connected to a unique patent-pending assist system, and they're going to get to jump higher, they're going to scale longer, and they're going to do things that they never thought they could do before. The cutting-edge technology developed right here by Extreme Engineering is really going to blend video game player skills that you think about just inside your TV screen playing on your games, and actually put it with real human skill and excitement. So Phil, you and I talked about this, and you said if I did parkour around, I would be like a superhero. Is that true?
That is exactly true. So our inspiration is taking an attraction like parkour and actually immersing guests into an environment where you're essentially your favorite video game superhero. Like imagine Assassin's Creed, or Mario Brothers. So what we're offering in the experience for adults and kids alike is you now are in the center of something, jumping, scaling, launching over things that normally aren't humanly possible. Now they're possible. So that's what we're doing. We're making a video game come true for you. So
I don't know if it's going to come true for me, but for my son, it's going to be very exciting. So we'll also add to Parkour Around has a lot of opportunities with official licensing, intellectual property, and definitely custom opportunities for any of the clients. So it's interactive, it gives guests a feeling of weightlessness, and again, just keep in mind, you're not hindered by age, you're not hindered by height, you're not hindered by weight, and most importantly, you're not going to be hindered by your abilities. So we're very, very excited to share more about Parkour Around. Anyways, we're going to shift a little bit, and I'm just going to say on a personal level, as a mom, as a Florida resident who lives here in summer all year round, and as a melanoma survivor, this is actually a very important thing that is coming to the industry, not just the attractions industry, but we're going to be able to see this at community parks, in schoolyards, at FECs, at your community pool. And we're very excited to share something new, and that is to provide direct protection from the sunlight.
Sorry, guys.
So we may not have our video working, but I can tell you, Extreme Engineering has developed the new Flex Shade system. Utilizing Extreme Engineering's patented Flex Pole technology, this is going to make installation easier and cheaper for clients, and it also ensures that the structure itself is going to last longer, and you don't need such large pylons and lots of concrete to put together. One of the things we talked about with Flex Shade is what you call the extreme difference. So what makes your Flex Shade different from anything we know?
Oh, well, thanks, Susie. So our Flex Shade, if you can kind of see the renderings, Chris, if you could pause it, please, on the Flex Shade here. We're actually using fiberglass poles, but there's actually a polymer chemistry of a patent on, and the pole itself is the tension that applies into the sails. So we get rid of all the cumbersome steel structure, turnbuckles, all that goes away, and all that tension now resides in these roughly 4-inch diameter poles. What's great about that is the poles are rated to hold a lot of wind loads, like Hurricane 1 zone, what we have them rated at. So over 100 miles an hour is quite easy for these things to withhold. The other thing about them is it's incredibly flexible in terms of where they go. So at theme parks where they go, oh my God, I need shade here, we can now do that because this is post-anchored installed, meaning there's no pilings going to go in the ground, no massive infrastructure to hold these poles. They can actually get anchored onto as little as 6 inches of concrete, and everything is withheld above the concrete, holding the sails in place. And so it's something that's scalable, easy to install, and it's something that comes in as the afterthought for a lot of parks about shade, which I think all of us know shade is something that's always missing, whether we're at Disney or Universal or in there in the queuing line, we're like, would have been nice to have some shade here. So this is something we came up, been in development for 7 years, and now it's to market. So we're excited about it. It's not a roller coaster, but shade, guys, it's something we need. So.
Well, shade also helps with precipitation, those afternoon rains, and depending on what you also want to cover, it can protect your product from the sun's rays that actually fades your product or fades various things or makes your playground too hot to be on. So very, very excited.
Yes.
All right, so one last comment about our Flex Shape product is it's fully customizable for shape and size, comes in a whole bunch of different colors, and you can even screen print your logo or any other message. And very cool too is it doesn't block your view. So you're not gonna hide your scenery, you're not gonna get in the way of any of your beautiful landscaping. It's just gonna be a nice thing to provide for your guests. You good with that?
Very good.
So Bill gave us a funny intro when he's like, it's not a roller coaster, but hopefully here at IAAPA Expo, you want to hear about new roller coasters because that's what we're going to talk about. So to my right is the famous Cloud Coaster style suite. And what we're excited to talk about is the Cloud Coaster. So since 2015, Extreme Engineering has indeed been the exclusive designer and manufacturer of the Cloud Coaster. So if any of you have hung around Phil and you thought he keeps his head in the clouds, it's actually very true because that's what he spends a lot of his time working on. So this year, coming up, Extreme Engineering is going to be opening 3 Cloud Coasters, which we're really excited about. Earlier this year, they announced that they're a partnership with the Wilderness at the Smokies in Tennessee. That's going to be an indoor Cloud Coaster, and you can actually see the path now on the video behind us. What it's going to do is travel through the other attractions in the property's Forest Family Adventure Park. And what's really neat about it too is it's going to take you around all the other attractions that you can find in there, including their bowling alley, laser tag attraction, and ropes course. It's going to be about 400 linear feet long, and it's really a perfect addition to the family resort there in Tennessee. Now we're also moving on down to Texas, which is the home of Extreme Engineering, based in Athens, Texas. And they're going to be opening the longest and largest Cloud Coaster to date. And this one's cool because this one's outside. So are we going to have a flex shade on that one too?
Why not?
Yeah, why not, right?
See,
Let's put it all together. So opening in next year in 2023, it's going to scale at a tower of over 60 feet, and it's going to be over 820 linear feet long. It's going to have 2 different lift hill sections, and it's going to be debuting in Richland Chambers there in Texas. So we're very, very excited about that. And then we have a trifecta. We're going to complete that right now, and we're going to head to the West Coast over to Washington State. This is a really cool installation too, because this is going in a brand new location called Sports Wenatchee.
Yeah.
Wenatchee. Yep. Wenatchee. This is an indoor mega adventure park, huge family entertainment center, and they wanted to add the ride element to everything that they're offering to their guests. So this one's also going to be a little over 300 linear feet, and it's really going to be that unique addition to add to all the things they've got going on for the family. So out of the 3, do you have one you're most excited about, or do you have something you want to really let everybody know why the Cloud Coaster is such a unique product?
It's hard to choose because they're all unique, and that's what's great about our roller coasters. It's scalable. We can get in almost any environment that we get brought these opportunities to. But if I had to choose, I'm going to have to go with just Texas. It's going to be massive. It's a really, really big track. The guests are going to start at 80 feet up in the air. So we're very excited about that layout. And so, yeah, it's just exciting to see all the projects coming to light. So.
Well, that's the latest and greatest from everybody here at Extreme Engineering. And the really cool part is they're not going anywhere. So Phil's here if you have follow-up questions or you want to learn anything more. If you want to wait till the crush is over, he's going to be here all week along with Chris and Rob and the rest of the team. So thank you all. We've got all of this information posted on extremeengineering.com along with the video and various images. Thank you all for coming.